Back here at LONATO for the second final of our afternoon. It is 60 Mini. We told you about the record entry here this weekend, 351 drivers from 55 nations. Well, just in the mini class alone, 108 from 41 different nations. It has been ruthless racing in the 60 Mini final, and it's about to get even more serious. 10 laps with Hendrik Peschel starting on pole position. How did he do it? Let's find out. Hendrik Peschel from the Czech Republic, 5.22 for Team Baby Race, picked up where he left off 2 weeks ago in round one of the Supermaster Series. Ludovico Mazzola, the Italian for Team Drago course, taking the fight up to the Czech, as was the Spaniard Christian Costoya. The Dutchman, Dean Hugendorn, will be one to watch here this afternoon. The fastest qualifier in Friday qualifying was from Lithuania, driving the energy kart, Ainisa Vibriantis, with a time of 52.369, going fastest in time qualifying, but it hasn't gone the Lithuanians' way throughout the heats. Vibriantis to start on the fifth row of the grid for the final in a few moments. This is LONATO, halfway between Milan and Venice. In the north of Italy, the 2.2 kilometre high Monte Baldo in the background. Thankfully, the snow is melting. Sorry if you're a fan of the Winter Olympics, but we have suffered from the freezing cold weather here, and springtime is just around the corner. Look at that, the right of your screen, 9 degrees Celsius, but more importantly, there is sunshine here today. These are the karts down on the grid. That is Hendrik Peschel, 5.22, 14 Baby Race. Starting out of pole position, just behind him, 5.28 for the Kiddix Driver Academy. In the 5.28 Alonso kart, the Dutchman Dean Hugendorn. He's alongside the round one winner, Dries van Langendonk from Belgium. 5.06 directly ahead of Dries is, of course, the WSK Champions Cup champion, the Spaniard Costoya. There is Hendrik looking to stand on the top step. Here this afternoon, it is a 10-lap, 12-kilometre final. This record-breaking weekend for WSK promotion. 351 drivers, how impressive is that? 108 just in the mini class alone from 41 different nations. Dries van Langendonk took the victory from Hendrik Peschel 2 weeks ago. Last year in 60 Mini for quite a few of these drivers before stepping up to OK Junior. There is Costoya, the WSK Champions Cup champion. And you just saw Bogdan Cosmo Christopher, 5.09, the younger of the two Cosmo Christopher Romanian brothers. David, who starts a few rows behind him, won the WSK Final Cup at Adria at the end of 2021. In between them, Filippo Sala for Team Driver. So the 30-second board goes up. Hendrik to the right of your screen, that's Dean for the Kiddix Driver Academy behind. The IAME-powered Paralin of Hendrik Peschel, the TM-powered Paralin of Costoya. Stand by, this will be nothing short of awesome. Let's take a look at the grid. Hendrik Peschel leads the field away. He's on pole position alongside Costoya. As we look back, one of the Lenzo karts struggling to fire up. Andrei Souto. We'll get back to him in a moment. Peschel on pole, Costoya out of two, Dean Hugendorn and Dries van Langendonk, the Dutch-speaking drivers on the second row of the grid. Sala, Mazzola, the Italians. Cosmo Christopher, KJ out of 8. The fastest qualifier, Vibriantis and Oliver Polochko. Kosaya Guma, Jack, the Texan Ilith. Brilliant run in the pre-final for the American. He's ahead of Davi Cosmo Christopher. BVS, Billy Van Staveren. He's ahead of Ukraine's Luka Fedorenko. Roman Kamyab, Niklas Schaffler, Bruno Grich, Zdenek Babicek, and Oliver Rasmussen. Out of 20 is the Dane, no relation to Oliver Rasmussen, who raced with us in Formula 3 Regional a couple of seasons ago. Andrei Souto, the Romanian, still struggling to get off the line. Lorenzo Campos, the Angolan, Billy C. out of 23. Bennett Gaspar, Dan Alleman, Jacopo Martinez, Cecchetto, Derenov, Iskander Zulfikari, and Vladimir Ivaninkov. Ratchpole, Blanco, Christian Eiley, the Canadian Boris Wicheni, Scott Lindblom on the very back row of the grid, alongside Nikita Botte, also from Ukraine. Andre Suto has finally got the Lenzo kart fired up. He's half a lap behind. He may well miss the start. He will be praying that our race director, Alessandro Ferrari, sends them around one more time. He doesn't need to. There he is, the Romanian in the Lenzo kart. Was to have started on the 11th row of the grid in the LKE-powered Lenzo 591. Instead, he's lucky to be in the race on the final row of the grid. Peschel to the right of your screen, Kostoya to the left. Another formation lap. Just to settle the nerves and get another few degrees of temperature into the Vega tyres. Indrik Peschel, P2 in the opening round of the series. Kostoya finished third. And with that brilliant victory, Dries van Langendonk, the Belgian, 5.06 to the left of your screen on the second row of the grid, aggressively warms the Vegas. Does the kleine pilot, Van Begier. Kostoya, the front row of the grid, the WSK Champions Cup champion. P2 2 weeks ago. Dries P1. There is Suto, back of the grid. He's better than not making the starters at all for the Romanian. Peschel wants the victory here this afternoon, and he starts from pole position. The center of the karting universe, South Garda Karting Lonato, this record-breaking weekend. Peschel leads them up to the line, and we race. Dean, the Dutchman, slots into second place. Kostoya has been hung out to dry. The Spaniard is back into fifth, sixth, possibly even seventh place. Looking for Kilian Josseron. He's made a great start. There is the Swiss driver, KJ, on the charge, and the same can be said for Vibriantis. The fastest qualifier has missed the start throughout the heats, but this time, this afternoon, the big one, the most important one, he's got it all together. The Energy Storm in position 5. He's behind the Gold Star Racing entry of Cosmo Christopher. Peschel, P1. Dean, the Dutchman, goes P2. Here's Filippo Sala, 5.67 for team driver. Vibriantis up into P4, being coached this weekend, as ever, by the 2013 European KZ2 champion, Simasiud Versus. He's had a long chalk with his protege since the pre-final in the heats, and wow, hasn't it worked? Vibriantis up into P4, he's being hounded by the round 1 winner, Dries van Langendonk, who slips down the inside and goes through to position 4. Kostoya's there as well. Sala's up into 3, Dean in second place, and Indra leads the way. Down the hill for the second time, a clean start. 36 drivers took the green, and 36 are still in the race. Thankfully, a clean start after what has been a chaotic run throughout the heats. There is Bogdan Cosmo Christopher just ahead of KJ. Kilian Josseron, Kosai Aguma. Jack did not get a good start. He is still in P10 though. Ahead of Matsola, Palochko, David Cosmo Christopher, and BVS. As Sala slips down the inside, Dean back to P3. Indra so close to taking the victory in the Champions Cup on January the 23rd. And also 2 weeks ago in round 1, he leads here. He'll extend the lead as Dean slips down the inside. They fight for second place. Here comes Kostoya, he takes Dean as well. The Dutchman on the inside, it becomes the outside. He says, no you don't, to Kostoya. And the Champions Cup champion from Sepulvedra in Spain has to try again. Dries in P5, Vibriantis slips back. There is the energy card. Head of Bogdan Cosmo Christopher, Jocelyn on Jack Eilert. Aguma, Palochko, Billy Van Staveren for Team Baby Race, whose teammate leads the way. Dean almost runs into the back of Philip Hall. That's Filippo Sala. In P3, slips down the inside. Dean back to P5. We start lap 4 of this 10-lap final. Jindra Peschel. He's being caught by Kostoya. This is ominous for Jindra. He'll be praying that Sala can drag himself into the fight with the Spaniard. and allow him to get away. Costoya will not make the move for the lead until the dying stages of the race, unless he's being challenged himself. Cycling tactics we've come to expect in 60cc Mini. Costoya's right there. The Paralins 1 and 2. Into the Peschel with the Iami, and Costoya powered by the TM. Down the back straight, into the hairpin. The first three is about to become a fight between the first 7 for the lead. As Vibriantes behind Cosmo Christopher. Dean's back to P5. So we start lap 5, approaching half race distance of the final round 2 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Costoya still stays there. Can he drive it down the inside with track position and momentum? Fastest driver on the circuit is the American at the moment. 52.872 for Jack Iliff in P9. Billy van Staveren just behind. Here's the son of the former world champion, Wes, watching on his boy. 14 Baby Race. I'm not talking karting. You can Google that later on. Billy van Staveren in the 515 Baby Race Paralin. Fending off David Cosmo Christopher, the Austrian. Where is the Pink Panther, Nicholas Schaufler? He's in P12. Costoya still sits there. Sala, P3. Dries van Langendonk trying to go 2 in a row. Incidentally, if it was hypothetically to finish as it stands right now, Indra Peschel would take the lead in the championship to La Conca Murolacese on the 6th of March. The third of 4 rounds for 2022. Costoya still waits. He's close enough to make a move, but he won't yet. There is Sala, who skates under brakes, P4. That is Dries van Langendonk. The boy from Belgium up into P4. The other Dutch-speaking driver from the Netherlands. That's Dean Hugendorn right behind in the Alonso Kart for the Kiddix Driver Academy. The Paralin 14 Baby Race in position 1 as we pass half race distance. Vibriantes, P7 from Iliff, the American. Just shadowing Peschel is Costoya. Dean down the inside and slips through to go position 4. 4 laps now remaining. That is exactly 5 kilometres of this world-famous South Garda karting Lonato circuit. Peschel P1. Schaufler, where's the Austrian? He's just gone fastest with a 52.786. But the problem for the Pink Panther, there he is at the top of your screen. He's got 10 karts in front of him, starting with BVS. Peschel, Costoya. The Spaniard pushes the Czech. They do make a little bit of a gap back to the round 1 winner. Dries van Langendonk. Dean Hugendorn slips back to 5 as Sala is now 1 step off the podium. 3 laps remaining at the end of this one again. Costoya waits. It will be on the final lap of the race. Dries van Langendonk only needs these drivers to make 1 move. In fact, he's right there. He's already there. He's trying to go 2 in a row. Goes P3, so it's the Czech Republic from Spain and then the boy from Belgium in position 3. They've all 3 of those, the leading trio. They've dropped off Sala, who's got his own problems in the form of Dean Hugendorn, Bocht and Cosmo Christopher. The fastest qualifier, Vibriantes, as Costoya makes his move early. 3 laps to the checkered flag. He slips by. Czech mate Indra Peschel says, no, you don't. Indra retakes the top spot. 3's around the outside. Watch Van Langendonk. He'll get the run into the chicane. It's on. We were not expecting this until the last lap of the race. Costoya down the inside. The leading trio. It's now a 10-kart fight for the lead. Peschel aggressively goes on the inside. He's on the grass. He's off the road. Sala around the outside. Watch Dries van Langendonk. They are 3 wide as they come across the straight. That is Dean Hugendorn. Sala up into 2nd place. Incredibly, Peschel still leads the race. Nicholas Schaufler, well, it's not over yet for the Austrian as they fight. There he is. Vibriantes down the inside as well, trying to take Hugendorn as Filippo Sala goes position 1. The Chetila Racing Team driver entrant briefly leads, but Peschel absolutely determined this afternoon. Finished P2 in the opening round of the championship. White lines it down into the chicane. He'll be slow on the exit. Last lap board next time round. This is getting ragged on the edge on the penultimate lap of the race. Peschel under attack from Costoya, who runs into the back. of the team driver entry. That did not work for Christian. This is the last lap of the race. Peschel dominated round one of the series right up until the dying stages. The point of the weekend 2 weeks ago, he's in P1. Goes in the middle of the circuit, slides down into turn 3. Watch him turn right to your left, stares over his left shoulder, now cuts back. That is Sala on the outside. Costoya's not out of this either. They race up the hill for the final time. Costoya will get the run. Dries van Langendonk desperate to go 2 weeks in a row. There is the boy from Belgium in P4. Jack, the American. Eilif's there as well. Down through the chicane for the final time. Peschel will turn right. He'll be hit almost inevitably, but they fight amongst themselves. Sala up the inside, one more opportunity for the Italian. Peschel will white line it. He came oh so close 2 weeks ago. This time, Indra Peschel takes victory in the WSK Super Master Series from the Italian Filippo Sala, and Van Langendonk. He does come home on the podium in third place. What a race in 60 Mini. Costoya P4, would you believe Billy van Staveren has finished in P5 from Bogdan Cosmo Christopher. Jack Eilif 7, Schaufler 8, David was 9, and KJ rounds out the 10. What a race. Peschel oh so close in round one. He started from pole position, absolutely determined. This time, no mistake for the Czech driver. He was passed on multiple occasions, but every single time responded immediately. The first was Dean Hugendorn, who would ultimately cross the line way down in 33rd. Disappointment for the Dutchman, Dean. He'll be back for round 3 at Le Conca. Was passed at this point of the race by Christian Costoya, and we feared for a moment it would turn into a demolition derby. Peschel, though, would pull away right at the very end of the race. He was attacked, firstly, by Costoya, but it was rebuked by a very determined Czech, Indra Peschel. Costoya down the inside. Peschel just drove down the inside in the 5.22 Baby Race Paralyn. Went defensive, he was entitled to do so. He was in position 1, fought back in very strong, aggressive terms. They were 3 wide behind him. Sala almost took the lead around the outside. And there was a group of 9 as we started the last lap of the race. Sala briefly into the lead. Again, Peschel would respond. Up the inside, up the hill. Went in that Peschel stared over his right shoulder, put the cart in the middle of the circuit through the chicane for the final time. Filippo Sala, 14 driver in position 2. Gave absolutely everything he could. He had his own problems, though, in the form of Christian Costoya. While the Spaniard fought with the Italian, it was checkmate as Indra Peschel takes the victory for Team Baby Race. Finally, he does it. Indra Peschel in position 1, Sala home in second place, and the round 1 winner, Dries van Langendonk, home in third, and with that, the Belgian second in the series, heading to Le Conca. He will stand on the top step finally for Team Baby Race from the Czech Republic. Indra Peschel takes victory in round 2 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Stay with us, the podium presentation on WSK.it live from LONATO in just a moment. Another thrilling afternoon here at South Garda Karting and our brilliant 60cc mini final. 108 drivers here this weekend. It's a WSK record. In third place this afternoon, the driver who won 2 weeks ago, he's second in the series. He finished a brilliant third here this afternoon. From Belgium for Paralyn, third place, Dries van Langendonk. He almost took the race lead in the dying stages. He has driven brilliantly since the outset of practice on Wednesday for Kart Racing team driver, the Italian in second place, Filippo Sala. Oh, so close 2 weeks ago, he dominated round 1 of the WSK Supermaster Series up until the dying stages. No mistake this afternoon, he's done it. He stands on the top step. The winner of round 2 of the WSK Supermaster Series, 14 baby race from the Czech Republic, Jindřich Pešo! The national anthem of the Czech Republic. Podium for the 60 mini final. Third place, Dries van Langendonk. Second, Filippo Sala. He's done it. He stands on the top step. Jindřich Pešo! Dankjewel, Dries. Grazie, Filippo. And Jindřich, just stay with us for a moment, mate. What a race. Let's go back to 2 weeks ago. You came oh so close. You finished there 2 weeks ago. Today, no mistake. They passed you in the dying stages, but you fought back to take a brilliant victory.
Yeah, it was really hard this weekend. The concurrence, there was also a lot of drivers. The qualify wasn't perfect, but the heat we dominated, and also the final was perfect. And then in the final, I already learned from last and pre-last weekend and defended. And yeah, also thanks to everyone in the team baby race and my engineer, GK Engines, and my family. Without them, I couldn't done this what I already done. So thank you, everyone.
Well done, mate. Brilliant victory. We'll see you at La Conca in a few weeks' time. Jindřich Pešo takes victory in round 2 of the WSK Supermaster Series. Stay with us on WSK.it. The KZ2 final in just a moment.